In the evenings, I like to look across the plain to the east and just imagine. Imagine the wrath, the fury, the anger. None of us have seen him, of course. We don't know what he looks like. We don't know what shape he takes. What great evil and insidious form wanders the highest rooms of Barad-dûr. We just don't know. All we do know is that we are winning, and I like to imagine what that news does to him. Sauron ordered us defeated some time ago, and he charged the Witch King with this simple task. A vast Mordor host was assembled at the Black Gate, and they came down upon us with little warning. The Witch King led the primary force at Cair Andros, and two smaller armies were unleashed from Minas Morgul with the intention of hitting Osgiliath. But Sauron clearly believed we were no threat, as his armies did not link up, nor even support one another, nor time their attacks in unison. The Witch King hit Cair Andros alone, unfortunately, when our army was at Pelagia. A single company was stationed in the city, led by Gimle-Zagar, the grandson of the king. But it was 40 men against 2,000 orcs. But for all his terror and dread, the Witch King underestimated our resolve and the strength of our conviction. With only 40 men, Gimle-Zagar was able to hold out against the Witch King long enough to buy us time to pull back from Pelagia and train much-needed auxiliaries in Osgiliath. And it has been said that Gimle-Zagar made fake soldiers of wood and straw and stationed them on the walls of Cair Andros. He sent men out onto the river at night, and when they came back their boats were lit with torches to make the enemy think that men were being shipped over from the western banks to help the Isle. Gimle-Zagar even held off Mordor's first attempt to take the Isle by destroying the bridge from the eastern side. Of course, his defense and heroism is in vain, for Mordor did take Cair Andros. But Gimle-Zagar did die a hero. And with the passing of one hero, another stood up and took his place. And for the first time since we landed on these shores, I have finally seen a king sit on our throne whom I can follow. Our Gimle-Cat has proven himself to be many things. A poor military tactician, a poor strategist, and a poor warrior, to name but a few. His sons have long held the pride and love of our people, but Gimle-Cat is that which many of us are not, a statesman. When Mordor attacked Cair Andros, Gimle-Cat was stationed in Caer Londë, and he wasted no time in amassing forces from the local people. And he himself walked the streets of Caer Londë with the conscriptors and personally oversaw the gathering of men. He walked not as a tyrant, but as a saviour, giving hope to the men and more importantly to the Gondorians that we would stand with them against any coming force, if they would but stand with us now. And more so than this, and against the advice of almost every member of our council, including Gimlethon and Gimle-Zor, the king sent an emissary to Dol Amroth. Dol Amroth, the very epitome of all that we have come to destroy. A unison of elf lovers and traitors to Númenor, united as one. But for all of our rhetoric, and the grandiose speeches that play out from the lecterns of the cities that we conquer, we knew that Dol Amroth would not fall easily, and we have been lucky to have been spared their assaults. The Gondorians fought on foot, but so do we, and better. We have beaten them up and down this place with ease. Amrothians, however, fight from horseback, and not just any horse either. The monsters that they call horses are a sight to behold. No man has spoken outwardly, but collectively we all knew war with Dol Amroth would be a swift defeat for us, and our king knew this too, but he also knew Dol Amroth was at war. We know the Haradrim intimately, having lived beside them for thousands of years. Many of their people and our own move freely between our nations, and we know a great many things about them that they really would not want us to know, and our king has used this to broker a peace. We will aid the Amrothians in their fight by giving them our knowledge of their enemies, and in turn, they would agree to a simple peace between us. And despite the outcry from the Gondorians, this deal was agreed. And I cannot help but feel that were it not for the power, skill, and command of Gimle-Cat, it wouldn't have been. Collectively then, we, Númenorians, turned our heads to Mordor, and we haven't looked back. And now, years later, here I sit, atop the tower of Kadar and Gimmelthon, gazing out across the plain and wondering just what is going through the head of the great betrayer. Does he kill his messengers, I wonder? Does he slam the tables and walls and scream at his advisors? I wonder. News reached us yesterday that the Black Gate has now also fallen, and perhaps more surprisingly, Gimmelkart himself took the gate. Our king has come to Mordor, and I smile as I think what that news will do to the great enemy. He who engineered the downfall of Númenor and forced us to live in the deserts. He who tried to wipe out my people, whether they be traitors or true men. Let him cower now, as justice finally marches across his homeland. Justice begins to kill his armies and his precious Nazgûl, and as justice knocks upon his very door. Númenor has come for Sauron again, and this time he won't survive. So says Avradizimir, commander of the Garrison of Shadow. My Gavan and Melonin, and well met indeed. I'm Araki Galadurthan, and welcome back to Middle-earth as we continue on as the Ar-Adûnâim. And we continue on after the live stream at the weekend. The live stream at the weekend was the kind of video where when I'd finished it, I thought to myself, had that been a recording, I wouldn't have uploaded that. Now, I'm sure that for most of you, it would have been just a totally normal live stream. But for me personally, toward the end, I was getting very irritated with Mordor. I was getting irritated with the current, with the room I was in. It was getting absolutely boiling in the room. And I stupidly didn't turn the fan on. I don't know why I didn't think about it. And I was just getting more and more frustrated as the live stream went on. But anyway, we succeeded, roughly speaking, in what we were trying to do. Kadar and Gimmelthon's garrison has been bled dry, and we've taken Urk-Estelad. I've burnt every single building in there that I can to the ground, so that when Mordor inevitably take it back, they can't use it. The Witch King of Angmar has been sent against us with 1 orc band and 1 orc scout, which shows you how desperate Mordor are getting. We have really got them over a barrel now. Their only recruitment centres now are Barad-dûr and Durthang. Now, of course, they do also train troops out of a castle just here, a castle up here, and then there's a third one, isn't there, down on the lake? But 3 castles alone is not enough now that we've tipped the scales in our favour. Of course, they have also got Gelebrin, and they're going to annoy us with Captain Lunshag there is almost certainly going to come and hit Cair Andros, which is going to just be wonderful for us, I have no doubt. But otherwise, for now, our main goal is to hit Yagrat, get him killed off. I want to kill off Mordor as quickly as possible, make this part of this campaign as short and brief as possible. The little error in the north is all done and dusted. The thing in the north was fascinating to me, because... right, let's hit Yagrat while we chat away. I really, obviously that is a bug. It is a bug that if you didn't see the live stream, the Ar-Adûnâim assault on Mithlond, which is only supposed to happen against the AI, at the moment is bugged in that the armies spawn for the player. So if you're playing as the Ar-Adûnâim, then you just get 2 free armies that attack Forlond, they attack Harlond, and then they attack Mithlond. But Mithlond was held by the dwarves, and it only works if the elves are holding Mithlond. So I just got 2 free Ar-Adûnâim armies, which of course is a bug. I don't want to make this campaign inordinately easy, and having 2 free settlements in the north that no one would then attack, which I can discuss on more in a moment, would just make our southern situation so much easier. We'd suddenly have a huge income boost from out of nowhere. Additionally, I didn't really want to separate my forces and fight north and south. Not because, that would make it too hard, but again, quite the opposite. If we fought with then 2 free, full, late-game banner armies of Ar-Adûnâim forces in the north, we would run into very little resistance. Dunland, Bree, those and Enadwaith are the nations that we would be near to, and none of those could hold back 2 full banner armies of Ar-Adûnâim forces. If we went against the dwarves, they might be able to hold, but it's a big might. We need to get on top of this hill and try and deny them the use of it. But then they're probably going to start down there, actually. Oh, that's a gamble and a half, though, isn't it? If they start down there, then we're in a perfect position. But if they start up here, then we are so screwed. And we've got to climb up this massive hill. But I think we need to gamble that they're going to start down there and position our troops accordingly. So by that, I'm just going to start the battle. Ah, yes, they're over the back. Which means they can't get use of that hill, which means they are going to possibly walk towards us, but then maybe just set up over there. Right, let's just take all of the ranged units. We've still got Azrazair in this army. What are you doing in this army? Get out. My irritation from the live stream is so apparent to me because many of you pointed out something I didn't even notice because I was just blanking the battles out of my brain, in essence, was that Gimmelzor almost died. I didn't even notice that until people commented, and then I saw the comments and thought, oh god, did he? Yeah, but yes, he did. Gimmelzor got down to almost complete death. I think he was the only one left in his company. That is how close to killing him off we got to. Fortunately, he didn't die. Oh, they are coming for us. That's foolish. That's absolutely moronic. But, I mean, I'm not going to say no. I'll capitalise on that, so just give it a pause. Why can't any of you stand here? What is going on? They've got to curl around that little lip at the bottom there. So, there you go. You can go there. There's a bit of a rock facing the way on that side, so we can't line up there. Oh, there we go. You go there. This sort of bespoke archer setup is one that I don't tend to do. More effort than it's worth, usually. Let's put the Azrazair... Oh, I've accidentally right-clicked on them. Put them as close as possible so that they're the ones that will take any damage if the enemy does come and try and attack us. And then our melee line can go across the back like that. Yeah, that'll do. Everyone still sprint. Oh, where are we moving the generals to? Can you go and stand there? No, you can't. No, you can't. Because that would just be too easy. So anyway, so I decided the best thing to do with those armies in the north was just disband them. Just get rid of them. Just destroy all the units, get the generals killed off, and then those settlements can go back to the High Elves, which I think they have now done. But that was met with such mixed reviews. So many of you saying, Galu, why did you not use those troops? That was stupid. You could have had 3 armies. Why didn't you do that? And then obviously others of you saying, no, that was the right thing to do. The campaign would be way too easy if you had control of those armies. And so it's interesting, even just in a small little microcosm, how divided you all were on what was the best course of action there.
We will smash the enemy.
Oh, look at that. Did you see that? 3 trolls are already dead, and if they're going to group like that, then brilliant. Come on, Ballister, fire again. Another one goes down. And another one goes down. 6 trolls remain. Curling round. Oh, and the Temple Knights have run down the hill at us. Oh, bugger, that's our Abrazanim out. But then our generals are on that side. You really can't just run up the hill there. Oh, come on, guys. That's silly.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will... The enemy are badly bloodied.
2 trolls left. Why are you not fighting? What are you doing? Captain Yagrat's gone. Yeah, I mean, this was always going to be a simple victory. It's a crappy Orc army. The trolls were the best thing they had, and they've squandered those. So it's just the Temple Knights left now, and there's only 4 of them. Try and get out of combat with them so that our ranged forces can just bring them down. That's not going to happen, is it? Oh no, they're all dead. Oh, so what's left? Our cavalry. Oh, of course, I've left you out to die. Sorry, cavalry. Well, if you bring the enemy back over here for me, and our ranged forces can deal with them. Curl yourselves around. They're not curling around. They're not curling around. Do as you're told. There we are. Right, off you all go. They're going to then be inundated with our Archer Fire One hopes. Oh, your Marines! I've done that again. How many times have I put Marines in the wrong place?
The enemy army flees the... This is a clear
there we are.
victory.
Now that army's going to link up with Gimmelthon. We're going to take down Durthang. The Black Kirathungal I think will be all right. The Black Gate, they've got to get past me. They've got to get past me to... get past me. What am I? Yeah, they've got to... No, because if we curl off to Durthang, then they can get up to the Black Gate. Because the Black Gate doesn't like us. The Black Gate is nearly an open rebellion against the fact that we are fighting in Mordor.
Glory, honor,
There we are.
victory.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, we can assault straight away.
We shall prevail.
5 soldiers dead. Nice. Well
We
done.
have
Oh, what a
Your
dream.
orders, my lord.
Oh, stop them. Shut them down. Where's my cavalry? Where's my cavalry? Lundash on his own. Can the rest of you get over there? Oh, can the whole army get over there?
Your orders, my
Or
lord.
almost.
orders.
A lot of you can.
Yes, my lord.
Ah, there we
My
are.
lord.
Can't take them.
My lord. Orders. Orders.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Oh, you're
As you
joking.
command.
Oh, I've squandered our chance.
Battle.
It's alright though. I mean, it's only
Shall
1 or 2
engage.
units, isn't it?
Yes. Joining forces, my lord.
Alright, and then those of you that are in the fort, just stay in the fort for now, because the enemy
Yes.
has then got to attack that fort to go anywhere. Else we might be able to keep Orchestralad.
Yes, my lord.
You've moved all of your forces out now. Yeah, this is
Your
going to be an
orders,
interesting
my
end turn. See what happens. See what Mordor's plans are. I should really have just stayed in Orchestralad.
We shall continue
That was
tomorrow.
another mistake there, Gallo. Another mistake. Alright, give it an end turn. Let's go. Let's go. Morannon gone. Orchestralad gone. Cirith gone. Minas Morgul gone. Durthang, it now won't be of any use. We'll take that. They might get whatever troops are in their current training roster. But they're going to go to... And then it's just Barad-dûr. But then with Durthang going down... Does Mordor not get a last stand? Ah, see, look, they've snuck an army in. They've hit the
The
Morannon.
enemy lay siege to our people.
It's alright, it doesn't look like a good army, and it's not got a strong, solid leader. We need to take Barad-dûr as quickly as we can, though, because all of the Nazgûl that we have killed will then be killed off themselves. And actually, the reason we've not fought very many Nazgûl is because they're fighting in the east, aren't they? Because Khand are at war with Mordor. Khand are at war with everyone around them. It's a rather unique campaign, actually. Ah, there we are. There's Mordor's answers.
Stick you.
Obtain a trade agreement with the realm of Lothlorien. Orchestralad and Morannon dislike us. Mordor besieging Morgul. I need you to break that siege, Imrahil, so that I can get troops across to my own garrison, please. We are the most advanced faction, goes without saying. Where on earth was Hoshgrish then? How did he get past the fort?
Your will, my lord.
Was he... I have no idea where he's come from. I don't
Your
understand
orders,
that.
my lord.
Right, Durthang did not get any extra units, so we don't want to put a whole army here. So what I think we want to try and do is merge 2 armies
Your
together.
orders, my lord.
So we want to decide who's going to be part of the attack on Durthang, and what I think I'm going to do is leave Gimmelcad, and then maybe just a couple of archers actually, and move the bulk of the force. Can you get up to Durthang? Yeah. Yeah, this is Mordor. This is why Mordor is such a pain in the arse. Such a boring nation to fight. We've got a real army coming in only a few turns though. Callan had disliking us as well, and they've got a real army coming too. Oh, but they're quite King's many, so I don't know why they dislike us so much. Do we want to try and defend Orchestralad? It's not a very good settlement because of the orcish walls.
Have a taste of my blade.
But equally, we don't really want them getting it back, and it gives us 1,828 gold coins per turn, even as it is.
Yes, my lord.
I'd like to kill the Witch King. We need to do something, don't we? Something needs to happen.
Your orders.
So, you and you are coming
Your
out of this
orders, my
army.
lord.
I'm going to leave. I'm definitely going to take you and you as well.
My lord.
I'm going to take the... In fact, I think I might just leave it with the sort of... with the half and halves.
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
To battle.
So, he gets to keep those
Your orders, my
rubbishy
lord.
ones.
Your will, my lord.
And then...
Yes, my lord.
If you stay there, like covering him for now,
Your orders, my
and
lord.
we'll build an army of the best that we've got, I think, is the plan.
By your
Yes, my lord.
So, like our Pharaohs on, we don't want to throw those away.
Your orders, my lord.
There's 90 of them we can take.
splitting our forces, assembling a mighty
Well,
host.
they went down to 73.
Your will, my lord.
We've still got
Yes,
room.
my lord.
Second Ballister probably wouldn't come amiss, actually.
As you wish.
Using them against the trolls. 75 of those.
Yes. Merging armies.
Oh, you can't move. You can't merge.
My lord.
Oh, are you warriors as
Your
well?
orders.
No, no, you are halberdiers. Oh, that's interesting. It is interesting. Someone's got to go and hit them, and someone's got to... So what I'm going to do is... You are going to become the garrison of
My lord.
Orchestralad.
Yes, my
You've got
lord.
room for one more unit. Take the Gondor archers.
Your order.
Your will.
You're going to go into that fort, and then the 3 of you collectively are going to go... And I think hit Hoshgrish. We got enough in there to defeat Hoshgrish's army? Probably not.
Yes, my lord.
Orders.
No, we're just going to end up throwing them away, won't we?
As you wish.
You merge into his army,
Armies, my lord. Your will,
and then
my
you guys join the Orchestralad garrison.
Your
Okay.
orders, my lord.
And then if we go and stand next to him, actually, then he's forced to make a decision, isn't he? Oh, I just don't know what to do. And they've got 2 large armies. We don't want to be in the fort. I'm just thinking if I stand next to him, then he can't get to the to our general up there.
Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
I'm going to do that.
With honor.
We're going to stand there. That denies him
I'm gonna
movement
stick
because
you.
he's in our zone of control. But his ally can come and hit us, and he might hit us as well. He's got a pretty sound army, but it's again, we've cut out all of Mordor's big recruitment hubs. So they're now only getting their sort of weak forces. The only problem is Kadar and Gimmelthon. I'm just wondering... No, we're bound by the game's rules. Captain Malbug is going to stop us getting reinforcements to Angimmelthon. Let's pretend that that's the AI actually using their brain and not just a total fluke on the part of the AI. I must say, though, that as of this very moment, I've not written the little story blurb intro that accompanied this video. So I do not know whether or not I included the army in the north in the narrative. But my gut instinct at the moment, before I've written that, is that I'm probably just going to ignore them. I'm not going to include them in the narrative. They are a bug. It is entirely a bug. It never should have happened. Those spawns should never have happened. And I'm going to play on that premise, that they should not have spawned anyway. Oh, we're going to lose the Black Gate to that army. Ah, no. We've got one thing they've not got. Cavalry. We can stall them and get the towers to do something. Come on, let's do this. So I feel confident I will not include the northern armies in the narrative. I don't think it's fitting, and as I say, it is just a bug. It's not supposed to happen. So I don't think we should write as if it is supposed to happen and draw more attention to it, because it is just a bug. Which I've now said about 1,000 times, but it's important to hammer home these things. Now, my thinking is we're going to run out with our cavalry, we're going to harass them, particularly their siege, and we're going to try and stall them. I'm going to stand units on the walls so that we get the towers to our advantage. And they've got a lot of archers. So, oh no, we don't need to stand on the walls to get the towers, of course. Don't be silly gelling. Alright, let's do it. Get out there. And then if they do break down that gate, I'm pinning the buggers in. We are called to war! It's just a shame we've got a real poor army here. And did we destroy everything when we took the Black Gate, or did we leave it? I can't remember. Where's their siege? What? Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. All they've brought is ladders, and ladders don't work at the Black Gate. Oh, wow. Well, this has become very interesting all of a sudden. Come out shield wall. Go and stand so that you can't be shot at. They can't reach that far, so just get yourselves out of there. Yeah, I'm sorry to say I'm going to cheese it, so I'll cut this bit out and I'll see you at the end of the battle because we don't need to fight anymore. See you in a moment. No, no, no. They did have a battering ram. They did have a battering ram. It was up high on the cliffside. So we are going to fight them. So everyone come back. Initial plan is engaged again. We've got enough time though, we'll be alright. I'm going to run out, I'm going to try and harass them with the cav. And then we'll hold at that gate, whatever bloody well happens. Yeah, I saw it just up high on the hill there. I don't know why that was up on the hill. That's a bizarre place for it to start. Right, they've got a fair amount of archers, which as you can see, they're using already. So we're just going to try and skirt around the archers. There we go, they've shut the gate. Right, let's come and hit these orc archers. In fact, that's enough cavalry, I think, to possibly kill off that orc archer company that is carrying the battering ram. Cavalry are fantastic against archers.
For defeat seems almost certain.
130 of them, another volley comes through. Make them drop that ram. It's disappointing that you can't attack rams anymore. I'm sure you used to be able to. Oh, these Mordor battle maps are a joke, aren't they? Can someone please turn the lightning off?
Defeat seems almost certain.
It turns it into a Eurovision Song Contest act. Strobiest thing you've ever seen. It's interesting how the battering ram can still move forwards, even if it only has a single person commanding it. Nice to see them wasting all their arrows on us, though. I think our captain's probably going to die before the fight even really begins, though, sadly.
Our general shames us all. Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost
Oh, we've killed 17% of them. We didn't stop the siege.
Captured. We must secure his release by defeating our foe.
Ah, but now they're taking the... Now the towers are hitting them. Oh, they've got Black Halberds. 2 units of them. Ah, I didn't realise that. I should have paid more attention to that. Yeah, no, but this is a loss. This is a loss. Leave it at ×6. As soon as that gate falls and the halberds come in, there's very little we can do. Sorry about the lightning effects, I'm afraid, everyone. I can't do anything about it. The towers have killed 2% of the enemy.
Curses! The enemy are battering down our gates.
Every arrow that hits is a kill. It's just... they're few and far between.
The enemy's ram has breached the gates.
Very few and far between.
Walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Right, there we go. The gate's down. Here they come. Archers coming in first. The other problem is we've got 2 very, very not anti-infantry units. Halberdiers will make absolute mincemeat of our guardsmen and our Rohan peasants.
Something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost
Yeah, look, now the battle's joined, it's swinging hugely in their favour. Remember, our captain's dead as well, so they haven't even got the morale spike the captain gives. It's a damn shame. Oh, and they are just trying to rush through, though. Yeah, they made mincemeat out of us. How many did we kill in the end? 38%. That's not bad, guys. That's not bad. If they didn't have the Black Halberds, I think we might have done all right. But as it stands, we didn't do all right. We've been punished. We've been punished. Yawn. Apologies. I have no idea where Hoshgash's army came from, and it's always disappointing to lose something like the Black Gate to a pathetic little nothingy army. He must have either gone around the fort, or he was genuinely already in in Udun. Eisenmouth is slightly further south. I don't know why it's called the Eisenmouth. I've never really understood that. Oh, he's going for Orkesterlad. They're not going to hit me. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
The enemy has
and there's the Cair Andros one. But fortunately, we've got an almost full army that's just assembled in Osgiliath and Minas Tirith or Karlonde. Sorry. Oh, and the Witch King came back to hit us there, which is then going to pull their army in. Ah, right. So we get one nice big battle. Oh, so big, in fact, the game doesn't even want to load up the menu screen. Right. So the Witch King's got nothing, so we're not worried about that. The Witch King himself is a bit of a threat, but we have got some pikes. We can try and maneuver them. And then there's Muslun. 2 units of solid cavalry, 1 troll, but then otherwise, it's just a pathetic army. Kill Muslun and all this army's running away. It's such a poor Mordor force. With the defeat of these, that leaves Orkesterlad won't be under siege anymore, and we can then nip up back and get them around and again. But let's do it. Lord Gimmelzor, together with Gimmelthon and Avaloban,
attack!
Turn our attention to Mordor's relief force. Now, unfortunately, despite the fact that we have broken the back of Mordor, they are still able to churn out hundreds of low-tier trash units, and that seems to be what they're resorting to. And from Barad-dûr alone, they can probably build a full banner army in maybe 3 turns, because it gets something like 6 recruitment slots. And so 3 turns, that's 18 units. It's just straight away. Now, he's attacking us from down there, but his reinforcements are coming in from up here, so we need to pull back. Another dark battle map, I apologise. We need to pull back over here, and that's what we're going to do. We, I am afraid, are going to resort to the Dwarven or the cheese tactic of camping the edge of the map. And we are going to do it so effectively.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Right, so, siege, take position at the back. You know what you need to do. Everyone that fires a thing, except for you, because I keep putting you in there and I don't mean to. Just form a nice straight line. And then we want to ideally take those of you who are good against cavalry first. Oh, it's only 3 of them. Okay. Alright. All of you then. you're going to be another group. I'm going to stand out there like that. Yeah, we don't need to be actually completely in the corner, but it just gives our flank cover. It's cheesy, I know, and I'm sorry, and many of you will be like, oh, Gally, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. Oh, they're Azraziah warriors. Yeah, we don't want them in that group, actually. So Team 3, you're the defensive ones, so come and stand like this. And then warriors, you'll probably be charged by the Witch King, but I'd happily offer you up as bait, actually. If we put then the generals behind you, and then when the Witch King charges into you, they'll sprint forward and bring him down. That's the plan. Let's do it. In positions. Alright. So the Witch King's moving to meet up with the other force, as you'd expect. Now remember, because of the weird quirk of the way that generals work in Medieval 2, the Witch King will not give a morale boost to the reinforcing army. The reinforcing army will only care about their own general. Now they will be affected by, if we defeat the Witch King, if we kill him, that will have a minor morale debuff to the main army, because one of the morale effects is my reinforcing or my allies have died. That's one of the negative effects. It doesn't matter who he is. So the fact that the Witch King is really important and has a huge morale effect for his army, and have a very minor effect on this army if he dies. But he will still have a minor effect. The primary course of getting this army to run away is the death of Muslin. So do remember that. The Witch King is actually not important, is the point of that little spiel I've just gone on about. And it's hopefully to help you if you don't know that and you are looking to play DaC coming up soon. The reinforcements don't have a huge effect on the primary armies. Right, as I say though, at the beginning, this army is just trash. It's utter garbage. So other than the 2 Lok Inasrim and the trolls, there's nothing to worry about in this army. And it's going to be a very interesting battle. Interesting to see. Oh, look, that's a much better hill just to your right. Move over there. Should be able to get there just in time. Siege moves in such a bizarre way. Like the way they do that is all they really needed to do was everyone turn right, move about 5 meters to the right, and then everyone pivot left again. But no, the whole company swivels to the right, moves forward, and then the whole company swivels to the left. Siege is tricky. Siege is tricky. Right, remember we are mostly crossbows though with our archers, which is a shame. 4 crossbow units versus only 3 archers. And I really dislike crossbows, as you're all very aware. The enemy is coming up at us in just a nice long line. Now I want both of you to target the trolls. If you hit other units in the collateral, then brilliant. There we are. Just swivel around and bring down those trolls. Right, they're firing. He's missed. If you are going to miss though, oh nice. Then yeah, at least hit a unit behind. That's one troll dead. That was another miss. Yes, another troll goes down. Oh, that was right in the gut as well. Did you see that? Oh dear. You're a troll. You live for battle. You breathe and worship battle. In fact, you were actually quite possibly created for battle. You're strolling towards your enemy, your adrenaline is running, your heart is pumping, you're pumped up, you're ready to go, and then in a split second, a giant bolt the size of a human being bursts into your stomach and pins you to the ground. Ugh, what a way to go. Oh dear, the trolls are... Well, you can stop firing at the trolls now because you're just going to end up killing us. Oh, yes, you have done. You've done that already. Right, smashing. Thanks for that. We killed a couple of the trolls, though. So he's nice. Now, did the Witch King do what we wanted him to do? No, he's over here. I don't know who the siege will go for.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Killing off the Lok Inasrim's not a bad shout, actually. Right, they're going to try and focus fire down our archers, so let's just beat them to it. Go for those Temple Knights, actually. I was reluctant to attack the Temple Knights because I think they'll move, obviously. But, I mean, I think they'll attack me eventually. They won't just stand there. So we have a risk of killing our own units again. But one of you to just soften their number. We just want to kill off that cavalry if we can. Oh, look at that. 3 of them in one go. Oh, why have I not built siege more? well-placed and effective siege is just such a strong killer. The AI always squanders it. They always waste it on crappy low-tier archer units or things like that. They're never very good with it. Right, go and get involved, guys. There they are trying to flank. Get the generals involved as well. There is Muslern, actually. He's over the back somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is. Oh, bodyguard. Alright, the Loki and Usrim are moving in. So let's turn the siege onto the targets they were on before. That Loki and Usrim will be very useful if the AI can use it well. If the AI actually applies their brain and charges the cavalry into our units that are open. This is another really big battle. Really big battle. Oh, look, they're trying to hit Gimmelzor. Oh, and the Temple Knights are down to 25.
They are badly bloodied. They have lost
Right,
half
both Ballister crews now target the Auric bodyguard. 23 Temple Knights, that's not a threat at all, is it? They are going to suffer. We've lost 13 and they've lost 50%. That's huge. That is huge. But unfortunately, the Ballister always targets the centre of the company, so it's very unlikely that we're going to get a lucky shot on Muslin out here. I mean, it's very unlikely that we'll kill that many of them, because then there's only 37 of them, so there's not much for the Ballister to target. Oh, those were close, though. Oh, that whistled over his head. Oh, that was tasty. That was tasty. Right, all of you, fire at will. You don't need to target the archers anymore. We've taken their archers out. So start killing interesting targets behind the lines. Oh, look at the ballistas flying overhead. It's such glory to see. Like torches in the night. Right, our right-hand side is struggling. All Maulers there. Oh, because they're up against Rosadan Halberdiers. That's arguably our weakest unit. And there's the Ar-Pharazôn's Faithful holding a line like you wouldn't believe. Look at the numbers of dead in front of that pike unit. That is offensive. That is outrageous. Look at the bodies. Oh dear, oh dear. Pikes are just so OP, and this unit in particular is one of the best pikes in the game. In fact, did it win the... It came in the top sort of 3, didn't it? It was top... I'm sure it was top 3 in the pike video. It's an insanely good pike. A 6 attack and 22 defense. It's 22 defense you've got to watch out for. The Witch King's down now only to 16. Those Lokinas are at 24, and the third one is at 30, so the cavalry's still going. Come on, Ballisters, give me just a lovely little hit. They've hardly got a target to focus on now, but we can't get them to attack the cavalry because the cavalry's running around all over the place. And so they'll miss most of the time. Oh, that was nice. That's the 2 officers dead in one go. 17 Orc archers survived. It's always nice when you cut the enemy's archers out of the game. Oh, what on earth is going on here? Who are you shooting at? Oh, yeah, you should send in your last few bolts then against Muslin. Oh, hello. Oh, that was a good one. 2 for 1. It was a twofer. That was a twofer. More shots. Oh, another one goes. They're trying to guess where the enemy's running to now. You should stop firing, really. They're now in our line. That's not going to work out. Archers at the ready. Archers at the ready. Get in there and support that right flank, or it's going to go. Right, in the centre there, we're doing wonders. Abrazanim Narduzagar. Yeah, the enemy is. It's just out. 82% of them have died. Oh, dear. They really are dead. How's Gimmel's doing? Let's pop one of those off. I know we haven't killed the general yet, but can only help.
Our men have slain the
Oh, was that the Witch King just died to a crossbow bolt? Oh, no, it's Muslin. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, and there we go. Look at that. Mass routing. It's like smoke coming out of chimneys. Off they go. Tatty bye-byes. So the Witch King's the only thing left, really, so let's speed it up. There he is. Oh, we've got the perfect unit for you, Witch King. Someone wants to meet you. Ar-Pharazôn. Oh, we almost certainly just killed off basically all of our army there. Don't bother with those anymore. Here we go. The Witch King versus quite possibly one of the best pike units the game has to offer. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them prodding at his horse. All of them get a huge cavalry buff. Oh, and he's going to make it out, isn't he?
Good tidings.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes.
470.
3,800.
Remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
Top kills. Oh, there's 2 on 311. That's interesting. But we've got a 361. Nicely done. 361. Ar-Adûnâim's faithful. Is there a better? Can't think of the word I was going to use. It's gone out of my mind. Is there a better? Personification, maybe? I think that's what I'm looking for. I was going to say, is there a better personification, we'll use that for the time being, of the Ar-Adûnâim's wrath than the Ar-Adûnâim's faithful? Oh, Mordor. Oh, you've lost your best general and you've lost your biggest army. What on earth are you going to do? You're going to scamper up to Dirthang and pray beyond all hope that you will be able to relieve the siege. But another little hand on the clock has turned slightly closer to the time of Mordor's defeat. They really want a Raiders Guild in Lord Kessler, don't they? Oh yeah, Morano's been reclaimed.
Yes, my lord.
Right, so, Reclamation Army. We don't have a general to lead it, but those of you down here.
Orders by your command.
Oh, look at this army. Would you look at this army? Might as well take them as well. The city loves us.
Orders. Merging armies, my lord.
Train those when you can.
Your will, my lord. Orders.
All it's missing is a general, generally. Do we have a general? Karasast.
Your orders, my lord.
Oh, he only drops it by about just over 100. Yeah, welcome.
Honor.
Come, Farazon. The time has come for you to stamp your mark on the world in honour of your namesake. You're going to defeat Lanshag. Although I don't think we can wait for Farazon. I think we're going to have to attack, because otherwise Lanshag will take Cair Andros. My plan then is that army will then sweep north and hit the Black Gate. I think we destroyed all the buildings in the Black Gate. Yes, we did. There's no buildings there. So it's going to be next to useless for them. So we can let them have it for the 3 or so turns that they're going to hold that. So Lord Gimmelzor and his army is going to hit Zaguf, kill Zaguf, and then we move on Barad-dûr. By that time, I would have thought that Farazon and Indrazor will have made their way past and through the Black Gate, so we've got support coming. And hopefully, Dol Amroth will have killed off that pathetic little gathering there by that time as well. Now, the Calenhad army is going to go over and take Gellibrand. That's its only purpose. That's the only thing I'm going to use it for. So, once that army's trained, you don't need to bother with them then. We'll just take all 4 of them. Do give yourself a garrison, though, so take a couple of those. Yeah, and then that army's going to sweep round again and come in on the north and hit Gellibrand, so we take that out. But for now, that's going to end this episode. So thank you very much for watching. This one has been nice. It was relaxing. It was better. I was happy to fight Mordor in these conditions. It's a shame we've lost the Black Gate, but nevertheless, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to the next one. And I do hope you enjoyed this episode and whatever I chose to write for the intro. I hope that was enjoyable as well. Do note, just if you're still here at this point, the pictures for the intro usually do not actually relate to anything in the intro. I've decided if I'm going to scour the internet for relevant pictures about the Ar-Adûnâim, it's going to take me hours to do those, and there again, I'm just then not going to have the time to do them. So instead, I just choose some pictures that I like and I put them on rotation. I should probably put that as a disclaimer at the start of each video, and I might have done for this one as well, but they don't actually relate to the story. But anyway, until we speak again, dear friends, and farewell.